I'm a pharmacist in Oslo, and an American tourist just demanded I accept his GoodRx coupon for prescription antibiotics he diagnosed himself with using WebEMD, then threatened to report me to Norway's Better Business Bureau. When I asked for an actual doctor's prescription, American walks into a Zurich pharmacy, slaps phone on counter showing WebMD symptom checker. I need amoxicillin. Says right here, I have strep throat. I explain Switzerland requires prescriptions from actual doctors. He pulls up his health insurance card. I have a lil 10 million deductible. You think I'm wasting that on a doctor visit? I've had strep before. I know what it is. Points to his throat. See? Red. I suggest visiting the walk-in clinic next door. Wait time. Maybe 20 minutes. Costs 60 francs with tourist insurance. He looks personally offended. 60 francs. That's like $70. For them to tell me what I already know? This is exactly why people don't trust Big Pharma. You're all in bed with the doctors creating artificial scarcity. Starts Googling antibiotics Switzerland without prescription. Loophole? Explains he found a Reddit thread from 2009 where someone said you used to be able to buy them over the counter, and Europe has universal healthcare, right? So medicine should be free. Clarify that's not how any of this works. He's now filming me. I'm documenting this discrimination against Americans. We practically rebuilt Europe after World War II, and this is how you treat us? He leaves, returns 30 minutes later with a prescription, looking betrayed. The doctor didn't even do any tests, just looked in my throat. In America, they do a throat culture, blood work, chest x-ray. This guy spent 90 seconds with me. How is that better healthcare? The prescription was 45 francs total. He's still angry it wasn't free. Classic micro story number 1, American in Budapest. Thermal bath sees mandatory pre-bath shower signs. Skips it, jumps straight into thermal pool. Elderly Hungarian woman says something stern in Hungarian. American. I showered this morning at my hotel. I'm not showering twice in one day, do? You know how bad that is for your skin microbiome? I listen to podcasts. Gets escorted out by bath attendant. Transition. But these medical system mysteries go way deeper than prescriptions. I process new resident registrations in Munich. American brings his Anmeldung paperwork for mandatory health insurance enrollment. I explain he must choose a public Krankenkasse or qualify for private insurance. He's confused why his American Blue Cross Blue Shield card isn't accepted. But it's international coverage. Says so right on the card. Explain German residents need German insurance. He argues this violates free market principles. So you're telling me I have to buy your government insurance? What if I just want to pay cash for everything? I clarify that's not legal. Everyone must have insurance. His eyes widen. That's communism. You can't force people to buy products. Pulls out his phone, starts calculating. Okay, so I pay 150 euros a month, and then everything is free. Not exactly there are copays, but copays. I'm paying for insurance and paying when I use it. That's double dipping. That's fraud. Demands to speak to whoever's in charge of German healthcare law, because he's found a loophole. The loophole. I'll just tell them I'm uninsured. What are they going to do? Throw me in jail? I explain they'll fine him, then enroll him automatically, then garnish his wages for back premiums. He sits there silently processing this. Finally, how do you people not have a revolution every single day? 3 weeks later, he's back. Got his insurance card, used it at a doctor, paid 5 euros. He's furious. I waited 20 minutes to see the doctor. 20 minutes. And the appointment was only 15 minutes long. In America, I wait 15 minutes and get 20 minutes. This is rationing healthcare. Can't explain that 15 minutes was adequate because nothing was wrong with him. American couple in Tokyo pharmacy, confused by medicine packaging. Everything's in Japanese with tiny English labels. Wife has a headache, wants Advil. I show her ibuprofen, same drug, different brand. She's suspicious. How do I know this is real ibuprofen? What if it's made with different ingredients? Husband Googles Japanese pharmaceutical regulations, which are famously strict. Says here, Japan bans certain additives that America allows. So this is less safe because it doesn't have American safety additives. I explain that's backwards. Japan banned additives America permits. He's now concerned American medicine is less safe, spiraling into pharmaceutical conspiracy theories. Wife wants cold medicine. I show options. She wants the strongest one. In Japan, you can't get pseudoephedrine over the counter. She thinks this is a personal attack. I just want Sudafed. Regular Sudafed. Why is this so difficult? Husband jumps in with his new knowledge. They're protecting us from big pharma. They don't let drug companies poison people here. She's now angry at him. So you're saying I should suffer with this cold? They argue about whether Japanese cold medicine works. Whether it's a conspiracy, whether they should have brought more medicine from America. I'm standing here holding 3 perfectly good cold medicine options. They leave to think about it. Return next day. Bought nothing, wife still has headache. We decided to just tough it out. Don't trust foreign medicine, husband whispers. Do you have anything? American? Points to tiny travel-sized Tylenol we stock for exactly these people. Costs 10 Lambai yen. $12 for Tylenol? They buy the Japanese ibuprofen. I'm a doctor in Tallinn. American patient needs prescription refill blood pressure medication. I write it digitally in Estonia's national health system. It's automatically available at any pharmacy in the country. He asks where his physical prescription paper is. You don't need paper. It's in the system. He doesn't trust this. What if the system crashes? What if hackers delete my prescription? What if I go to a pharmacy and they say they don't see it? Explain Estonia's digital infrastructure is literally world-leading, tested by Russian cyber attacks. Never failed. He's Googling Estonia healthcare system vulnerabilities. Says here Estonia has digital residency. So anyone could access my medical records? No, that's not. I want a paper prescription. As backup, I print one for peace of mind. He folds it carefully, puts it in his passport holder. This is the real prescription. That digital thing is just a copy. Goes to pharmacy, shows paper prescription. Pharmacist is confused. Paper prescriptions are rare, usually for tourists. Scans it, fills it digitally anyway. American sees this happening. Why are you putting it in the computer? I brought paper specifically to avoid the computer. Pharmacist. This is faster and creates automatic refill reminders. American, I don't want automatic anything. This is how they track you. Week later, he's back in my office. Wants another paper prescription? That pharmacy put me in their system without consent. That's a HIPAA violation. I explain HIPAA is American law. Doesn't apply in Estonia. And also, this isn't what HIPAA means. He's drafting an email to the American embassy about forced digitization of American citizens' health data. It's American in Seoul visits traditional Korean medicine clinic by accident. Thought it was regular doctor. Practitioner examines his tongue, takes his pulse multiple times, asks detailed questions about his digestion and sleep. American's getting nervous. Are you going to take my blood pressure? Or practitioner recommends herbal medicine formula. Shows him the herbs. American sees dried roots, barks, mysterious substances. What is this? Where's the pill bottle? Explains this is traditional medicine. He'll boil it into tea. American stands up. You want me to drink tree bark? What is this? 1820. Practitioner explains Korean medicine has thousands of years of practice, integrated with modern healthcare. American, if it worked, America would do it. We'd have bark tea at CVS. The fact that we don't means it's been scientifically debunked. Practitioner shows studies from Korean medical journals. American Korean Studies. Written by Koreans. About Korean medicine. You see the conflict of interest? Demands to know if the practitioner is a real doctor. She has a medical degree, licensed in both traditional and modern medicine. He's not satisfied. In America, real doctors go to real medical schools like Johns Hopkins or Harvard. Where did you go? She names Seoul National University, ranked in Global Top 50. He's never heard of it. Exactly. Leaves writes 1 star. Google review. Tried to give me witchcraft instead of real medicine. If you want actual healthcare, go back to America. Meanwhile, Korea has lower infant mortality, higher life expectancy, and spends half as much on healthcare as the US. I'm a GP in Amsterdam. American patient complains of stress, mild anxiety, some physical symptoms. I assess nothing serious, mainly lifestyle related. Recommend cycling more, joining a sports club, spending time in nature. But what medicine do you prescribe? None needed for this. Exercise and social connection often address these issues. He's waiting for more. No Lexapro? Xanax? Ambien? Wellbutrin? Lists medications like a CVS inventory. I explain we don't immediately prescribe psychiatric medication for mild symptoms. Try lifestyle changes first. He thinks I'm rationing. In America, my doctor would have given me at least 2 prescriptions by now. Maybe 3. This is why people say socialized medicine doesn't work. You guys are too cheap to give out medicine. Explain Netherlands has better mental health outcomes than America, partially because we don't overprescribe. He's Googling Dutch doctor reviews, convinced I'm a bad doctor. I came here for healthcare. You're giving me a gym membership recommendation? Like I asked a life coach. Suggests he try it for 6 weeks. 6 weeks? You want me to suffer for 6 weeks? I need relief now. That's what medicine is for. Offers to refer him to a specialist if symptoms persist. Finally, a specialist. Someone who knows what they're doing. The specialist will say the same thing. Then why am I paying for a specialist? You're not as covered. Nothing's free. I'm paying taxes. It's much lower taxes than American healthcare costs. That's socialism talking. American tourist in Ljubljana has dental emergency, crown fell off. Finds English-speaking dentist, gets same-day appointment. Dentist examines tooth, can replace crown temporarily, but it needs proper replacement. Quotes price, 180 euros, can do it today. Americans relieved. Oh, thank God it's only 180. My dentist in America quoted $1,200 for this. Dentist. Yes, prices here are lower. Americans suddenly suspicious. Wait, why so cheap? What's wrong with it? Nothing's wrong, costs are just lower in Slovenia. But how do you afford to be a dentist charging so little? Explains education was nearly free. Malpractice insurance is reasonable. Clinic rent is affordable. American can't compute this. So you went to dental school for free? That's impossible. Someone paid for it. Yes, the government, through taxes. So I'm paying for your dental education through this crown? No, Slovenian taxpayers did years ago. He's stuck in economic loop. If you're charging 180, you must be cutting corners somewhere. Cheaper materials, less training? Dentist shows credentials, University of Ljubljana, multiple European certifications, 15 years experience. American Googles the university ranking. Never heard of it? Decides to wait until he's back in America. I'll pay the $1,200 to someone I trust. What? Dentist warns the temporary crown might not last. I'll risk it. At least I'll know I'm getting quality. 3 days later, temporary crown fails. Costs 400 euros for emergency dental appointment in Frankfurt Airport. Still insists he made the right choice. I'm a pharmacist in Helsinki. American needs emergency inhaler refill is ran out, didn't bring enough for trip. No problem, but needs prescription. Can I just pay cash? Skip the prescription part. Not legal. Not even if I pay extra? Like a rush fee? That would be illegal bribery. He explains American logic. Look, I have this inhaler at home. Same exact brand. I'm not asking for narcotics, it's asthma medicine. I clearly have asthma because I have an empty inhaler. Why do I need permission to buy what I already use? I explain. Finnish law requires prescriptions for safety. Safety? I've been using this for 10 years. The dangerous part is not having it. Suggest walk-in clinic around corner, but that costs money and time. I'm trying to be efficient. In America, we value efficiency. Finland's healthcare system is literally more efficient than America's by every measure. Gets the prescription nurse practitioner visit was 40 euros. Took 15 minutes. Inhaler costs 12 euros. Total, 52 euros. In America, no prescription needed for refill. But inhaler is $350. Without insurance, $75 with insurance. He paid 52 euros total and is angry about the unnecessary prescription requirement. Standing at my counter, inhaler in hand, he says, "This is why I love American freedom. We don't need the government's permission to buy medicine. We need..." I remind him he literally couldn't buy this without permission in America. Either it requires prescription there too. Long pause. Yeah, but at least there it makes sense. Here's what's wild. Americans encounter healthcare systems with better outcomes. Lower costs, higher satisfaction, and universal coverage. Then spend their entire visit trying to prove why it's actually worse. The cognitive dissonance is so strong. They'd rather pay 300% more at home than admit another country might have figured something out. Next week, the American who tried to negotiate a hospital bill in Scotland, where treatment was free, insisted there must be hidden fees, demanded an itemized bill, then complained when they actually gave him one showing 0 charges because nobody works for free. Where's the scam?